All right, everyone. This one's going to be a little bit different because I am pissed. Stuff from the streets are starting to spill into my house. What do I mean by that? All this frickin' bickering back and forth about gender equality, Black Lives Matters, all these different movements are spilling into my fucking house. And normally I bury my head in the sand, but I chose not to because I want to know what was going on. And I found all this stuff going on, and I'm appalled. And why am I appalled? Because I fought for our liberties. I was in the military service. I was overseas in Iraq. I bled. I had comrades, brothers in arms, die for our liberties. And you guys are making a fool out of these liberties. You guys are bickering back and forth. You guys are fighting among each other and forcing your opinions on other people and saying, how dare I? And the most prominent one I'm most pissed off is, I'm a white male privileged guy, so women hate me because I'm white. Maybe that's racism right there. I'm male. Well, I can't help for what I was born into. And privileged. Yes, I am privileged. I am privileged because I actually walk this earth breathing. I'm privileged because I have a son. I am privileged because I have a loving wife, loving family. Yes, if that's all privilege, then God damn it, I am privileged and proud to be. But I don't need any of you man haters out there, feminists, actually, being mad at because I'm a white male privileged guy. And I just can't help but say this: go fuck yourself. Because and why I say that is because this white male privileged guy is a stay-at-home dad. Yeah, that's right. I'm a full-time stay-at-home dad. My wife is the breadwinner in our family because we are a team. We make this shit happen. Because I lost my job because they ended up outsourcing my IT role from a company to another company. And so I lost my job. And I can't seem to find another one because of my PTSD and because of my disabilities from the military service. And I cook, I clean, I do everything around the house. And yes, my wife does help me with the chores that are around the house. Don't get me wrong, but she doesn't have to. She does it because she loves this family. And that's a key word we should be focusing on: team. Because with a team, there's no sides. There's not one side or the other side. And if your guys are thinking in that mentality, well, then maybe you shouldn't. And I'm so sorry for swearing and my profanity, but I am disgusted by this. And, the whole thing about gender equality, well, gender equality, and I looked up the definition because I wanted to get myself a really good bearing on this. Gender equality is the belief that everyone should receive equal treatment and not be discriminated against based on their gender. I totally agree that wholeheartedly sold, or whatever you want to put it. I believe it. Yes. If you guys want to be treated like equals, go ahead and be treated like equals. What is that? What does equal look like? Well, if you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. That's equal. And and here's the reality of it. When a woman hits a man out in public, out in the middle, broad day of public, it could be within 100 people. People are, when she's beating and wailing, I've been wailing on him, with a purse or with her fist or kicking, screaming, clawing, you name it, going ravage on the guy. Nobody steps in and takes the woman out and says, you can't be doing this. This is wrong. And, seeking justice on it. Instead, they look back and like, damn, he did something to deserve that. So you're blaming the guy for the woman hitting you. That doesn't make sense. That's actually illogical, emotional. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Now, when you versus the roles, a man even slaps a woman, it's a crime. People step in. They'll call you a woman hater, a woman beater, and they sympathize with the woman because the woman is playing the victim in all this. But when the man tries to play a victim, they're unheard. And let's see how it goes. So if you guys want to be equal, here's some things we can do to make it equal. I'm not sure if you guys even want to be equal at this point. Instead of separating the men and women, let's put them all in one group. What I mean by that? Bathrooms. Let's get rid of both bathrooms. Let's put it in one bathroom. Sports. Let's get rid of men and women competitions. Put them all in one competition right there. Let's not give them a curve at all. Let them participate with the men and do exactly what the men are doing. Sensitivity training at businesses. Because you got your feelings hurt. Yeah, let's throw that out the window. Sexual harassment, out the window. Because if you want equality, well, there you go. Prisons. Well, let's put the women prisoners with the male prisoners. Let's see how that works out. You guys want equality, but you guys want to be treated differently. Case in point. Women, I'm going to say this. Do you guys want to feel special by your man? You want to feel like you mean something to your man and your man, significant other, boyfriend, fiance, whatever you want to say. Whatever your situation is. You do, right? Of course you do. Who doesn't? What woman doesn't? Well, with equality, let's get rid of that. You're no longer special. You might mean something to the other person, but you're no longer special. Let's get rid of that category. You're equal. Let's treat you like an equal. So when you give us, like, say, Valentine's Day was just days before, and here's equality in that. Well, guess what? Instead of the women expecting gifts from a man, well, if you give me flowers, I will give you flowers. That's equality. If you give me chocolates, I'll give you chocolates. If you give me a gift, like, say, a nice little teddy bear, I like stuffed animals. I'm not afraid to get in touch with my feminine side here. I like teddy bears. I like little plushy things, soft things. I like them. But you give me a teddy bear and I give you flowers. I consider that to be equal. Equality right there. But if you want me to give you a gift but you don't give me anything, that's an equality. That I'd throw in. If you guys want equality and I give you flowers and candies or something special, but you didn't give me anything, I'd take it back and throw it away in the trash. That's equality. So if you guys want to be equal, guess what? That's exactly what you're going to get. Now imagine what society would be like that. You wouldn't feel special. You wouldn't have certain things. It would be crazy. Imagine women in men's, prisons mingling. That's chaos right there. You're never going to feel safe in an environment like that. But also, without equality, the transgender issue on whether a man is a man and a woman is a woman. I really don't have an opinion to form on this because I haven't done enough research. And yes, let me make this point clear to people. Whenever I make an opinion, I make an informed opinion because I do listen to both sides of the coin. And in gender equality, I listen to the women's side and I listen to the men's side. I listen to people that have opinion on both sides, whether men or female. I don't care what gender they were. I listen to all the facts. I spent 2 months on this. I watched thousands of videos on, well, not thousands, but let's get real. I watched 200 videos on gender equality. And I come up to the fact that a lot of this is victimhood. Victims. People want to play the fucking victim. And I'm sorry for my profanity. I am truly sorry for that. But I feel so passionate about how you guys are pissing me off because of this shit. And it's spilling into my house and it's affecting my family. And I got a problem with that. Now, gender equality. With I don't even remember where I was. Yes, and I do have a problem with that because I do have memory loss from military service. So forgive me if I lost my place, and I must start somewhere again. So without gender equality, let's move on. Transgender. I don't have an opinion to form on this fact because I haven't watched enough. I haven't listened to both sides of the coin just yet. And I understand, you know, you guys, a man feels like he should be a woman. I can see the problem with that. I can see from their point of view exactly how that would feel. But at the same time, your biological is your biological. You were born a man, but you feel like a female. I mean, that's kind of hard to go somewhere with that because at the same time, you're a man. You were born a man. You're a man. You're born, you know, female. You were born female. It's biological. There's no getting around that. But your brain is something totally different instead of biology. Your brain is something totally different, and maybe you, while you were growing up and being nurtured, and you know your circumstances for growing up changed your view on whether you identify with being a man or, you know, with a man or a female. I don't know what causes it. I haven't even listened to the science yet on it because I know things can be explained through science and through faith. I do believe in both. I guess that's Scientology, but I'm not affiliated with them. I don't know. I'm a God-fearing person, and I try not to bring God too much into what I speak about because other people do not believe in him. But I am a God-fearing person, and I do believe a man's a man and a woman's a woman. That's my belief system. You don't have to choke on it. But you guys are listening to me right now, and that's exactly what my opinion is. I'm not forcing you to listen to me. You can turn off the channel right now if you want. But I am giving you my honest opinion on what's going on. And I can't move forward unless I voice my opinion. Because this has pissed me off because I fought for you guys' liberty to do all this shit. I fought, I bled, I had comrades and brothers in arms that fought and died because of this. And it took me a long time to get over their deaths. So you guys to go out there and fight, bicker, and maim each other, and try to cause humiliation and disrespect upon each other's, is appalling to me and disrespectful to what I did for you guys. And I am ashamed to be an American right now. I am literally ashamed to be called an American because of what's going on now in the streets. I understand you guys got opinions, but let's not be disrespectful on it. But if I do leave you guys with one thought here, and one thought alone is, can you guys, when you guys fight on this stuff, can you guys be respectful and not man-hating or women-hating? Can't you guys be respectful of each other's opinions and not force them on each other? And if they want to listen, let them listen. If they don't want to listen, leave them alone. That's my thought for you guys to think about. So, without further ado, this is Sam, the Bearded Marvel, saying we're cutting this shit right now.